This video is going to show you how to make a body paragraph for a double text essay. The first thing you need to do when creating a body paragraph is to take a look at your thesis statement, because the thesis statement is what drives every part of your essay. Look first at your position and remember that both body paragraphs need to support this position. In this case, this essay is about Chillingworth from the Scarlet Letter not being heroic. So both body paragraphs have to support the fact that Chillingworth is not heroic. You can't have one body paragraph talking about how he's not heroic and one talking about proving that he is heroic. Both have to say the same thing. The next thing is to look at your reasons or examples. You should have two of them. And each one of those examples is going to turn into its own body paragraph. First, you turn that example into a complete sentence. That's going to be your topic sentence. And then you find a quote from each text that's going to prove that topic sentence. And there's where the two quotes go. But remember, you can't just throw quotes into an essay. You need to make them into quote sandwiches. So after your topic sentence, each body paragraph is going to have a double quote sandwich. One from text one, one from text two. The top red of your quote sandwich is where you lay down the context of the quote. What's going on in the story when this happens? And then after the quote, you're going to put it in your own words and relate it back to the thesis. And do the same thing for text number two. So let's take a look at a sample. All right, so here we have a thesis statement, which also serves as the intro. According to Nathaniel Hawthorne's The Scarlet Letter and Rob Cole's article, What Makes a Hero, Chillingworth is not heroic. So there's your position, and here's your two reasons: because he forces Hester into marriage, and he poisons Dimmesdale. So each one of those reasons turns into its own body paragraph. Here's one sample one, and notice the size of it, because you have two texts. So you need two quote sandwiches with a topic sentence. So let's take because he forces Hester into marriage. So turn that into a topic sentence. All you do is turn it into a complete sentence using your position and all that. So one action of Chillingworth's that could be considered less than heroic is the fact that he forces Hester into a marriage with him. There's your topic sentence. So next we need context. Now you need your quote sandwich. So you need the context for quote number one. And here it is. When Hester is visited by Chillingworth in the prison, she admits she never loved him. Since this is a quote that a character says, we're going to add that too. Chillingworth responds by saying. Now we need the actual quote itself with a parenthetical notation. Here's the quote. Mine was the first wrong when I betrayed thy budding youth into a false and unnatural relation with my decay. There's the quote and the parenthetical notation. So to make the parenthetical notation, it's very simple. Don't put your period before the quotes like you normally would. You put the period out here. After the quotes, leave a space, and within parentheses, you put the author's name, just the last name, space, and a page number. The only time you wouldn't put the author's name is if you mention it earlier in the sentence or paragraph. So if I said something about Hawthorne over here, I would just have a 52. And then after the end of the parentheses, you just put the period at the end. Now, when somebody's reading this, they're going to say, I don't know what this means. So that now it's your job to do the bottom red part and explain it in your own words and relate it back to the thesis statement. So that's going to be, oops. He knows that it had been unfair of him to expect someone as young and beautiful as Hester to love someone as old as him. So that is the first quote sandwich. Now, because we have two texts, we need two quote sandwiches. So let's find the context for text number two. Although Chillingworth is wounded from Hester's infidelity, Cole argues that, and Cole is the author of text two, that article. Now let's put in the quote. Being wounded does not a hero make. Notice the parenthetical notation. It only has a page number in this case and not the author's name, because the author's name is mentioned earlier in the sentence. And then finally, the bottom red of the second quote sandwich, Chillingworth may be hurt, but the pain he feels does not alone make him heroic. And again, this is relating it back to the thesis statement. Notice everything stays in the same tense. And now, to finish your second body paragraph, all you would do is take the second example and turn that into its own body paragraph with a topic sentence and two quote sandwiches.